I'm right on frame 1 here, and so right when I hit it, see it goes 17 1,000ths of a second. Each 17, 117, 133, 150. You see what I mean? So we're 150 thousandths of a second into Ernie Els' iron swing and his driver swing. So right here, it looks like the iron's going to get there faster, doesn't it? But you see now the driver's catching up because there's more club head speed in a driver head, right, than in an iron head. And look at that. They're back at impact at the same time. Isn't that wild? Isn't that cool? Okay. So, there we go again.
He doesn't get it on the plane for a while.
You're right. Gets it right on there at the end. And the camera moved a little bit. So here's the deal. So my aunt, the Hall of Fame aunt I asked her a long time ago, about 30 years ago, I said, Aunt Sis, do you swing all the clubs the same? She said, yeah. She says, well, if anything, I swing the longer clubs a little slower. Because you see what's happening there, they're taking it back a little slower, but then it whips faster at the end. All right? And that's what you're seeing here. So when you're doing that, and that's why I wish I had that one of Furyk, of hitting that wedge. But this is as close as I can get here. At least it's an iron and a short iron and a driver. See, it's the same elapsed time. Just like a putt. It's the same elapsed time. Or that wedge shot that I saw Furyk hit, I think it was the British Open. I'm like, oh man, that would have been so cool because it was so drastic and stuff. So it's the same motion. So that's what I want you feeling there with this feel. It's going to feel like Furyk, but it's going to be straight back and straight through. And it's the same elapsed time when you do that little half swing. It's just longer up here, and then it speeds up a little more on the downswing, like we saw with Ernie Els here. So now we look at yours here today, Zane. So this is where you're starting out on our left. See, that's where you start out today, buddy. This is where you finished up. So the Bureau of Child Labor Endangerment call you up and say, man, get some shoes on the kid's feet. Oh, rest you there, man. So look at the difference here, Zane. That's huge. And I'm telling you, buddy, most people wouldn't be able to hit a ball from there. And then you start out a little above it today on our left on the old gold. But then, too, you're able to still get it right back on there. And that was just the first question you instinctively asked. It's okay, if I do it on the backswing, Joel, what am I going to do on the downswing? And I'm like, God only knows, right? He knows the future. We don't. But sure enough, 45 minutes into the future now, we know that at first, yeah, look at this, buddy. At first, sure enough, you, where are we? At first, you tended to be way above it. Oh, that was a nice practice run. Right. But I'm saying even, yeah, that's where you start. That was the first one. See where you got that arm better. I said, that's great, buddy. Let's not work on the downswing at all. So that answered your question, which was very logical, which I would be concerned about too, buddy. You were thinking of the exact same lines I was thinking of. And yet, by the end of the time here today, and it didn't take you long either. It didn't take you long at all, buddy, to do that Jim Furyk feeling loop that you ended up over here, buddy, instead of over there. And like I'm telling you, you got the balls airborne, and some of them were pretty stinking good. So that's the deal for today, okay? And I've been wanting to work on this for you for a couple weeks.